With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
13 next, 13 next. Hey, we're going to sit on. Check 58. We're going to sit on.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Hold on. Hey, here we go, hey. There we go, son.
Geno now to throw. This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Fant. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 69 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. And right away he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. To throw is Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. A nice little juke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Walker on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Smith. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nix to the air. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. It's caught. Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll go play action with Nix. Touchdown, Broncos. Adam Troutman. 34 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own.
Oz. 49, flip her off, 49. Line.
Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And they just acquired him a new ball carrier. What do you think of the acquisition?
I like it. Maybe not the big-time player, big-time impact you're looking for, but someone who wants to prove something and find a new home.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 50 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Nix checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Geno. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with it. Brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No ball, no ball.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And some room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mitchell.
Dances by him.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second down and 6 now. Off the play fake. Here's Nix.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Julian. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Smith throwing again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Straight ahead, Walker.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw, Smith. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 18 on the play.
13
Here's Walker.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
From the gun, here's Smith.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3.
Hey, we go, sit on.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing now is Geno.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Geno now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old-school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Here's Nix.
Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, alert! Alert! At the Broncos, 27 yards. Ready! Check 58! Hey, trio left! There goes left.
To throw is Smith. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing Nix. That's taken in left side by Vele. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All three timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Nix to the air. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Smith going to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Hey, we go.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.